Hey, welcome to our episode of Whiskey Wednesday with me, Chad of Chad's Beer Reviews. This week we are doing Canadian whiskey, Canadian showdown of sorts, I guess you could say. Before we get into it, I just wanted to bring up 𝗂𝗿𝐺𝐻𝐿's book real quick. So, the thing about Canadian whiskey is that it's blended always. I'm not going to give a whole history lesson on it or anything, but he does have this little graph here. I don't know if you guys can see. So these were the only two Canadian whiskeys I could get in the little sampler 50 ml bottle. So we got two pretty popular ones, I would say. In my right hand, Canadian Club 1858 original blended Canadian whiskey, 40% ABV, 80 proof. And in my left hand, everybody knows this one, Crown Royal. Also blended Canadian whiskey, and also 40% ABV or 80 proof, whatever you want to call it. So, got them in my little taster glasses here. Can you tell which one's which? Well, I mean, I just told you which one, but... Alright, so, just like with beer, we will start with aroma. Let's give the Canadian Club a try. Okay. This has like kind of a sweet smell, a little floral, almost like a honey kind of thing. I mean, it's definitely got a boozy quality, but it's actually quite clean. Like, it's not burning my nostrils or anything like that. A little vanilla on this one. Actually, it kind of smells like bourbon. But again, I'm no whiskey expert or anything. This is not meant to be a class or anything. This is just my own personal exploration into whiskey. So, let's smell the Crown Royal. Okay, so this one... It's very much the same as a Canadian Club, but stronger. Everything about this is more in your face. I would say this is more vanilla. Vanilla, woody, again, smells a lot like bourbon. Has a little bit of a stronger alcohol presence. Yeah. Whereas like the Canadian Club is kind of tame, has like a little bit of like the kind of medicinal rubbing alcohol kind of smell. The Crown Royal is more like paint thinner or something like that. I will say they both smell pretty good. Appearance, they're almost, I would say, pretty much identical. It's hard to, this lighting isn't the best, but I would say amber, definitely amber. Crystal clear, getting lovely alcohol legs on the glass there. So, let's try the Canadian Club. Cheers, eh? Hey, I didn't cough that time. So, yeah, pretty smooth. Although, like I said on the aroma, like this one, the aroma was a little less intense than the Crown Royal. The taste is a little less intense than like most whiskeys that I've tried on the show. I'm trying to pick out, I mean, I guess I would call it like kind of a vanilla, kind of, again, kind of a floral honeysuckle quality. Not honey exactly per se. Little bit of wood. I would not call it super spicy. Let's see what the Crown Royal is all about. Cheers. Okay, this one is a little sweeter in flavor. That's funny. I was just looking at 𝗂𝗿𝐺𝐻𝐿's book here. Kind of cheating, I guess. And he said this one has a fairly big caramel/toffee notes. You know what? I guess I can see what he's coming from or what he's saying with that. It does have a caramel/toffee note to it. Yeah, this is not... It's not super vanilla-y. I would say this is like a little bit more woody. And it's definitely less floral than the Canadian Club. Like, to me, this is a lot like some of those scotches and the Irish whiskey. You know, just like a terroir kind of thing. This one is kind of more like American bourbon. Has a thicker mouthfeel. I noticed that like right away. Yeah, so kind of vanilla, a slightly more woody or barrel quality than the Canadian Club. Also sweeter, richer, but also, again, even though they're both 80 proof, the alcohol on the Crown Royal, to me, just comes across as like stronger and just like more like in your face and in your nasal cavities. And I'm noticing, like, especially after a while, the Crown Royal is getting smoother. It seems to actually, maybe not that it's getting thicker, it's just that I noticed that it's thicker compared to the Canadian Club. But I feel like the Canadian Club has like a little bit more complexity to it. I would say the Crown Royal is a little sweeter and a little more barrel character, but it's also boozier. And the Canadian Club is just smoother, a little bit more floral, a little bit more terroir or whatever. Not spicy. This one is not spicy at all, which I think probably helps the drinkability. But the mouthfeel is thinner on this one, which might help the drinkability on it as well. It's a little less, not as warming as the Crown Royal. So believe it or not, I don't think I've ever had either of these whiskeys ever. Maybe just like at a party or something and somebody just, mix them with Coke or whatever. But this is certainly my first time having both or either of these just straight up and, tasting what they're all about. So yeah, I like them. I gotta say, like, they're definitely smoother than I was expecting. And as far as price point, I think these were about $3 to $5 each. I can't remember off the top of my head. By the way, Christina gave me this one for my birthday, so thanks, Chris, for the whiskey. I'm not doing ratings on this show other than thumbs up, thumbs down, and I would definitely give both of these a thumbs up. I don't think I would be like in a rush to go out and buy a bigger bottle, but if I was, I think I would actually get the Canadian Club. I find this one's like a little bit more user-friendly or drinker-friendly, I guess I should say. But then again, I'm still a noob in this whiskey world. So, when it comes to bourbon, I like Evan Williams. So, all right. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do I know what I'm talking about? Am I way off or am I right on the money? Let me know. All right. So if you watched all the way in, you're awesome. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for Chad's beer reviews. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's beer reviews.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.